So I was sitting the other day and chatting with a friend, and we were talking about what's happening in organizations across the nation. The question is, what do people do who are losing their jobs right now? Companies are either laying off employees or employees are leaving on their own accord because they are no longer willing to put up with certain behaviors. And this is not how anyone wants to end the year, let alone want to end their day. So for folks who are in this camp, I'm here to support you. And I know that the struggle is real. As a coach, here's what I advise my client. So as much as possible, capitalize on this time that has opened up for you. Use it as a gift. And I don't mean to belittle the pain and harm that's caused when you lose a job, whether it's on your own accord that you left or you were laid off. I know that struggle is real. I also know what it feels like to be scared and uncertain about how I will live or earn a living in between work. And I know that when I feel that, I want to make a decision about what I need to do next as quickly as possible, because I want to get rid of the discomfort of the fear and the uncertainty. But oftentimes that leads me to make decisions that are really not in my best interest in the long run. It ends up, taking care of the discomfort for a short period, but it doesn't help in the long run. So while it does make logical sense for many folks who will need to go back out to work quickly for financial purposes, if you find yourself with time on your hands, either because you can't find work or you're not ready to get back into the workforce, this is an opportunity to reflect and to deepen your connection to what you really want to do with the next chapter of your life. So when you do get your next gig, you'll do so feeling whole. So in this time, I would advise that you take stock of what you learned about yourself in your last position. And I'm not talking about the hard technical skills, though those are really important and they'll show up on your resume. I am talking about exploring what you learned about either the things that excited you to get out of bed or the stuff that sucked the life out of you. Consider those contexts and the situation when you felt most creative and free to express yourself authentically in your last job, and also reflect on when you didn't feel that. What kind of leadership did you need? And either you did or you didn't get it, or even what kind of leader or contributor did you aspire to be in your last role? And did you have the freedom to become that? Or were you blocked from becoming that? What were the contexts and the structures that either supported you or oppressed you? It's really important that you do this reflection. And when you do it without judgment. Simply exploring it with curiosity and with learning. This is not a time to blame anyone or to shame yourself or anyone else, because that's not going to move you forward. What is going to move you forward is getting as clear as possible before you start putting yourself back out there. You're not going to be able to do 100% or get 100% clarity maybe during this gift of time. And a lot of that depends on the energy that you have to do this work, which it does take energy and it does take work to do this type of reflection, but I think you'll find it liberating once you do. So even if you're able to uncover 15 or 10% of learning from your last position and use that to understand what you're looking for in your next position, the better chance you have of actually accepting positions in organizations where you could thrive and you can be your best. There are 10 million positions unfilled in the US right now and about 6.1 million folks that are unemployed. So there's no shortage of jobs. The market really is yours. You are in control of the narrative. And I want you to get to the right position, understanding that position is well within your reach. Employers owe us the opportunity to be ourselves and to be our most creative and to show up as our best selves every day. The more you know about yourself, the more you you reflect on how you were positioned before, what worked for you and what didn't work for you, the better the chances are that when you do say yes to your next position, you will do so with clarity, and you will do so with a much better opportunity to be well in your next position. And Lord knows we need you, and we need you to be well. That is my advice. Thanks.